Welcome back to the channel, and today I want to talk about Avengers the game. Before we get into it, if you wish to, hit the like button, leave some comments, subscribe, hit the little bell, and make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link is in the video description. I'm a little bit late to the party with making this video, but I have actively been trying to avoid a lot of the Avengers gameplay footage, release trailers, news, all that kind of stuff, because I am interested in going into this game as fresh as possible, with as fresh eyes as possible. Also, I've watched a few things here and there just to see kind of what the graphics are like, and the game looks incredible, and I'm really excited for it. But with the beta coming out, I have been watching a few things here and there to see what the game plays like and how much people are enjoying it. But for the most part, I've been trying to avoid the game because I love comic books. You know, Avengers is one of my favorite franchises within the comic book world, and I am super pumped to give this game a shot, and I'm hoping that I can play it as a let's play every single day, and that will be something that I want to experience for the first time without much knowledge or information, and that's why I have been avoiding reacting to certain things. But I went back to this video from a week ago and I watched it for the first time, and unfortunately I didn't do a live reaction to it, but I wanted to talk about the game in general and what I'm excited about and what I think about it. Now, first and foremost, let's get the controversial points out of the way. Spider-Man being exclusive to PlayStation 4 is just a ridiculous decision which could potentially kill a lot of people's interest in the game. To be honest, when I heard it, I thought, I don't want to play this game anymore. I have zero problem with exclusives to consoles, but usually that should be a full game exclusive. So if Avengers had come out and it was an exclusive for a month and then it came to Xbox a month later, of course I'd be pissed off, but I understand it because that's business. But having a whole character be a DLC exclusive is kind of anti-consumer, especially when Spider-Man is potentially the most fan favorite comic book character of all time. And obviously there's arguments there because people think differently, but for the majority of people, Spider-Man is a recognizable character. We all enjoy and love the character in the films, and on top of that, a lot of comic book readers and people involved in comic books respect and understand that Spider-Man is one of the mainstay characters of all time throughout comics. And I just think it's a very poor choice to segregate and isolate that character to one platform. And it's a risk because ultimately it's not going to push sales towards PlayStation, at least not major sales. All it's going to do is make people bitter and jaded about the company and the decisions that they're making. What I would have loved to have seen if they were going to do an exclusive Spider-Man is have the Miles Morales version of Spider-Man exclusive to PlayStation, but also include Spider-Man on the other platforms. That way everyone gets to enjoy the Spider-Man character, but PlayStation have this exclusive character that is also a fan favorite and has unique abilities outside of the Spider-Man we know and love. And on top of that, you can also include the original Spider-Man in the PlayStation game too, but have the exclusive be Miles Morales. But that's just a little rant for me. We can't change that. Spider-Man's going to be exclusive to PlayStation. Pissed off about it, yes, but let's talk about the game and what I see in it and what I want to do with the game. So obviously I want to do a let's play. I want to play throughout the game from start to finish, and the reason why I want to do that is because it looks like a game I've been looking for my entire life. To be able to pick and choose superheroes that you love to use in a group and fight and go through and smash things up and just be superheroes. The closest we've ever got to that is Ultimate Alliance, which, you know, are great games, but they're more set in a comic book world and cartoony world than a real life world. And when I first saw this and saw how realistic the characters can look, obviously not super realistic, but the world around it and like the design of the game, the aesthetics of the game look incredible. Now, I don't know how it's going to play in 30 frames per second, but I've never really been a FPS kind of guy. It's just about enjoying the game for what it is on whatever platform is more accessible to me, and then just being able to pick and choose throughout all the different characters. And I'm hoping that they introduce a ton of characters over the next couple of years and just have like a whole comic book world in this game. There is just so much potential for this game to be the next big game that isn't a battle royale. You know, getting different loot, like a looter shooter type game, or like just a looter game in general, is obviously very appealing to me. And being able to get new abilities, new power, new skills through loot is just such an important part of the game for me to want to play it. That kind of progression to me is very, very interesting, intriguing, and worth investing in. And I just really hope that it's really in depth and really impactful to the game. So when you do get those higher level loot, pieces of items, of armor, or whatever it is, it actually makes an impactful change on the game and how your character plays. I will say though, I believe that these new loots and stuff that you acquire don't actually change how your character looks. And I think that's a missed opportunity, because I feel like customization in a game like this and being able to, you know, put on your favorite Iron Man armor or like build it from scratch, I think should have been implemented, but I'm not entirely sure whether or not that's the case. I feel like though they're going to have a lot of microtransactions for suits and outfits and things like that, and I don't know how I feel about that right now. But if the game is good enough on its own, you know, I may purchase a couple of things here or there, and I'm not too bothered by it. But I really do wish they'd implemented, or have implemented, the ability to change how your characters look without having to pay for it. You know, the story mode, the campaign mode, feels like it could be quite vast, because there are so many supervillains, there are so much potential stories to tell, that I feel like this game could stretch over the next couple of years with regular kind of DLC, hopefully not paid for DLC, but you know, you could regularly upgrade the story and have different characters introduced, and you know, the same heroes that you've been fighting with over the past year then can go on to a new challenge, a new battle, and such things like that. I'm super pumped for this game now. I think it could be something very, very exciting for me personally, and I definitely intend to play it, whether it's on my channel or not. I am going to be investing time into it because I absolutely love comic books. I absolutely love the look of this game, the aesthetic of this game, and just in general the mechanics of the game look pretty cool as well. Like some of the things that I've seen, obviously, you know, you can have training rooms and stuff like that, but there's like puzzles, kind of little puzzles that you can get out in the world where you have to use characters to do specific things to open a door or a cave or whatever to be able to get better loot. And you know, just having little side things like that in a game is also very, very important, because it expands, you know, what you can do rather than just run through a level smashing everything up. You know, you can explore, you can look around, there's things to do, there's side quests, and I just feel like they've got here an almost perfect game, at least from the outside looking in right now. And I just hope that the game just sits well into the world, where it's just, there's no controversy outside of the Spider-Man thing, and it's just there, and it's just awesome, and it's just continually built upon and just made into a better game constantly, consistently. I have so much hopes for this game. I really, really hope I'm not let down by it. But like I said, I'm trying not to have too much information going into the game. I'm definitely going to be playing the beta, and I might upload videos on that, like maybe just like a 3-hour video of me just playing the game. I might even live stream it, who knows, we'll figure that out. I really wish there was more for me to talk about, but without having that knowledge and information and watching the game ahead of time, there's not much more I can talk about. But I just wanted to say this game looks awesome. I'm excited for it. I feel like it could be a really, 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 really good game, and I'm hoping that it is. Let me know what you think about the game down below in the comments. If you've seen gameplay and stuff like that, please don't try to spoil things, but I won't be mad if you do say anything. So yeah, hit the comments, let me know what you think about this game. Hit the like button, subscribe, Twitter, all that kind of good stuff. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.